Hello guys. We're doing this again. Yeah, so okay, hold on. I should probably change my radar sight. I don't know. Man. I'm gonna get back in the swing of things here. Alright, so decided to go live because one, I kinda just need to in general. Need just fun, I guess. Sort of. It's fun in I don't really know how I'd call some of this fun. Well, you know, my thoughts on severe weather coverage live streams is usually boring as hell because I don't have anyone to talk to. But we're doing this because I feel like it for now. So we do have a couple of tornado warnings ongoing here, a couple of storms that already produced a tornado. 2 observed tornadoes, 2 confirmed tornadoes already, as far as I know. At least 2 active confirmed tornado warnings. No, that's not. Okay, what? Why is that? Hello? Tornado radar indicated rotation. So, I don't know why it's doing that. Is there a better radar sight? Where's the... Here it is. Oh. Storm relative velocity. Ew, I don't like that. Okay. Tornado warning, mostly, yeah, I don't really see too much going on here. I mean, they did extend the tornado warning for Shelbyville, Tower Hill, Windsor, Stratford, and Trowbridge, so I guess take shelter if you're in the affected area, but right now I don't really see anything too crazy going on. I mean, here's your rotation. Right here, here's your rotation right here. Looks to be tightening up again. We'll keep an eye on it, but again, if you're like Shelbyville, Stratford, Windsor, Trowbridge, if you're in this tornado warning, take shelter immediately. We'll come back over here. About these two. Ooh, okay. So we do have a tornado warning ongoing. This one does look rather tight, rather put together as well. You see a pretty obvious hook here. Pretty obvious hook. And pretty obvious rotation as well. Again, tornado imminent, most likely. Doesn't appear to be one on the ground right now, but for Barnhill and Mill Shoals, Fairfield and Burnt Prairie, take shelter immediately. Up here, let's see. Okay, yeah, that doesn't make sense. You can definitely tell that there was a tornado on the ground. Based on just the rotation alone, that was rather tight. Maybe it wasn't picking up as much debris, or maybe it was too small to really be noticed on correlation coefficient, but there was definitely a tornado on the ground. Looks like it's gone now, but it's still trying to rotate further up north. And then maybe even further west as well, towards Golden Gate. So tornado warning continues for Bone Gap, Browns, Belmont, Keensburg, and Albion. And then tornado warning further. Okay, well, that's moved out of the affected area. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's not very sufficient for a tornado warning. Oh, this though here. Ooh, that looks quite powerful. Wrapping up really nice here. Pretty textbook, I'd say. Pretty textbook. Probably gonna go ahead and give this one the old screenshot. That is, ooh. Let me make sure that, because I have radar scope open right now. Tornado warning definitely needs to remain in effect for Spurgeon. Probably going to extend for Selvin, Holland, and Huntingburg here soon. So definitely make sure you are watching out for that. Again, tornado warning continues. Likely going to be extended for Huntingburg, Holland, and Selvin, Indiana. Rather strong rotation here. Probably a tornado on the ground, actually. As I'm speaking, it does look like there is a correlation coefficient drop. Maybe, I don't know. This could just be, this does appear that it's probably just the lack of correlation coefficient, or lack of reflectivity, ending up as a correlation coefficient drop, but definitely rather tight there. Ooh, upgraded. Okay, it is now a, what is this? Damaging tornado, radar confirmed tornado. Okay, so we're definitely looking at the right thing here. Oh yeah, no, we're certainly looking at the right thing here. Tornado confirmed on the ground for Spurgeon. Tornado warning likely going to continue for Selvin, Holland, and Huntingburg. Selvin, Holland, and Huntingburg in the immediate danger zone for this tornado that is currently on the ground. Again, damaging tornado. Selvin, Holland, and Huntingburg. Tornado on the ground. Let's see. Radar confirmed tornado. Yeah. They did upgrade this tornado warning. That is some strong rotation too. Rather broad, very strong as well. It's pretty tight too. Broad and tight, but strong overall. Alright, hold on. Oh, no, sorry, I was letting my dog in. Yeah, look at that. Tornado warning. Okay, yeah, tornado warning extended for Selvin. Again, tornado is on the ground at this time. I don't believe there's... Yeah, okay, so we do have some other tornado warnings over here. For Salem, ooh. Those look pretty tight around Camp Bellsburg, but definitely not strong. And then possibly also needing to watch to the southwest, southwest, just immediately west of Valine. Where is that? Indiana. That is some broad rotation, but it could tighten up. It's definitely got a nice hook there. Maybe if inflow can work itself out, could try to produce a tornado. Camp Bellsburg, pretty tight right there, but immediately doesn't look like there is going to be a tornado warning. At least not at this exact moment. But definitely watch out for that. Again, tornado warning continues for Camp Bellsburg, Salem, and New Perkin. Definitely might try there and here as well. But let's keep an eye down here, because wait, I can't see the radar size, but here they are. Sorry, I'm trying to find the radar. They're kind of annoying. I don't like how they have the radar sites on here. Can't really see much. Looking for this radar site. The radar site closer to this, I can't find it. Where was the one that we were using earlier? Just suddenly can't find it. Oh, okay, hold on. It should just be immediately west. Yeah, here it is. It's hidden by the tornado report. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, no, that's tight. That's tight up in there. Definitely a tornado still on the ground. You can see correlation coefficient drop right there. Tornado, tight rotation. Probably certainly a rain wrapped tornado. I wouldn't imagine it'd be anything but rain wrapped. Again, tornado still on the ground. Again, tornado warning continues for Selvin, Indiana. Possibly going to be extended for Holland and Huntingburg here soon. Tornado warning also continues for Barn Hill. Barn Hill seems to be in some immediate danger, even if there isn't really a tornado on the ground. One could could put one down at any time. So Barn Hill, make sure you're still taking shelter. Definitely trying. This one is already going. This one's kicking. Kind of what we're doing tonight. Okay, it doesn't look as impressive anymore, but it's definitely still rotating, and there might still be a tornado on the ground. So tornado warning continues for Selvin. Getting radar confirmed tornado. Let's look back over here. I know this was looking interesting. This one's too broad. It can't really wrap itself together enough to put down a tornado just yet, but it's certainly trying. This one is too weak and also doesn't look as tight anymore. But tornado warning does still continue for Salem, New Pekin, as well as Chambersburg, Valine, Ardensburg, Fredericksburg. There's a lot of burgs. Even if it doesn't look like it's producing a tornado right now, could get its act together and put one down rather quickly. So just be mindful of that. This one's still trying, still churning. Definitely some strong rotation. Broadening out a little bit here, but might still be on the ground. I'm gonna keep Twitter open just in case, because might have some videos or photos of something coming through here. Obviously, I'll ask for permission before showing them, but ooh, the tornado. There's some pretty impressive tornadoes a couple of hours ago. Yeah, not as impressive anymore. Need to watch down here though, because it looks like a new mesocyclone or updraft. At the very least, a new updraft is developing to the southwest of Selvin. Tornado warning did extend for Huntingburg, Ferdinand, and Holland. Ooh, need to watch this storm as well. This one looks like it's hooking too. And it's certainly trying to rotate. Definitely need to keep an eye on that one. But as of right now, it's just this storm right here, this cell in particular that's tornado warned. Definitely doesn't have impressive rotation, but it could tighten up. This one is rotating here. There might be a tornado on the ground, but this one, I can't really tell. It's a very broad rotation. Doesn't look very tight at all. Yeah, no, I don't think there's a tornado on the ground with this one. But definitely looks like a definitely looks like it could try. Could definitely try to put one down. I do have radar scope open, so if I'm not moving around on GR2 analyst, I'm probably on radar scope. The reason I'm there is because I'm trying to get a good screenshot for the thumbnail. You definitely had some more impressive storms earlier. I kind of wish I actually got on earlier, but we were eating for Father's Day. Yeah, a couple of these storms were certainly churning earlier. God damn it, I keep accidentally pressing the wrong button. Okay. Let's take a look. Ooh, Barnes Hill area of rotation looks like it is trying to tighten. Same with over here. This is strengthening. You need to watch this supercell to the immediately west of Barn Hill. This one, I can't really tell what's going on here. The rotation's weak. It's not very tight. Doesn't look, the cell itself doesn't look organized either. Yeah, this storm in particular is developing a new updraft. And it does look like it is already trying to rotate. You can see the strong inflow here feeding into the storm. So need to watch that. Oh, they extended the tornado warning further south. I'm assuming for that, unless I'm tripping and they didn't actually do that. No, they did. They extended the tornado warning south for this little updraft here in particular. About up here. Pretty broad, interesting looking area of it. Hold on, let me see if I can find a better radar site, because that looks kind of dumb. No, that really is the best radar site. Not strong, not tight rotation here. Might tighten up soon. This one, not tight either. Definitely not. These two are not going to produce a tornado immediately just yet, unless they get their act together. This one might. It definitely has some broad rotation. It's definitely trying, but it's definitely not substantial enough for a tornado warning, or for a tornado at least just yet. Well, up here, because there is this tornado warning near Shelbyville Yeah, okay. So you have some weak rotation here. No obvious indication that there's a tornado on the ground, but tornado warning does continue for Shelbyville. Stratusburg, Trowbridge, Windsor. I'm gonna keep our eyes on this one. Definitely does still have some tight rotation right here, but probably nothing too crazy, at least not yet. But you can see this storm right here trying to rotate again. See if I can get a photo of it real fast. You can see it hooking there. I'm gonna get a photo of it real fast on radar scope. Okay, great. Actually, haven't looked at any sort of like thing. Yeah, Mount Vernon had an impressive tornado. Okay, I definitely wasn't tripping about the tight rotation still going on here. Might be getting twin tornadoes here soon. If this little updraft down south can get its act together, there might still be a tornado with this rotation right there. Just don't see a correlation coefficient drop. It's funny. For some reason, it's picking up a tornado vortex signature on the wind shift line between the forward flank and the inflow. Gonna keep this looking right here. Okay, that tornado warning is gone for the other storm there. I'm noticing, yeah, okay. Yeah, nothing crazy yet. You do have a discrete supercell developing south here. It's outflow dominant as of right now, but you can definitely tell that it might be trying to hook up here. It just needs to get its inflow together. It needs to become more robust. It's quite an early storm. It does have a tornado warning on it already though, which is honestly kind of surprising. So tornado warning for Delafield, Springerton, and Enfield. And then up here, tornado warning continues for Barnhill. Oh, okay, yeah. So this is the other supercell I was talking about. There was this old rotation here that's probably not really gonna do much anymore, but now you have this storm here. It's definitely got its act together and is trying to produce a tornado for Barn Hill, Mill Shoals, and Burnt Prairie. So tornado warning for those regions. What's up here? Yep, still a lot of the same stuff. There's still this broad rotation here that's trying to get its act together, though I don't know how well it's gonna be able to do that given there's so much cold air in the environment, especially back behind these very, very high precipitation storms. This is still broad. It's mostly outflow dominant. It is certainly trying, though. You can definitely tell it's trying to rotate there. Definitely needs to get its act together before it actually produces a tornado, though. This one does look the most impressive and most promising so far. Oh yeah, look at that hook. Look at that rotation already. That was fast. That was fast getting its act together on that new updraft. Sorry, hold on. I'm trying to do something right now. Huge tornado on the ground, apparently. I guess. If you don't mind, I will tune into max velocity stream just to see if I can. Oh yeah, look at that rotation. Holy crap. Yeah, no, that's a there. Okay, so what I'm seeing so far, max velocity stream. There's a huge wall cloud here, huge wall cloud. Definitely a really nice lowering, and it's rotating rather rapidly. I don't want to show it because I don't want to be struck with copyright, and I don't know how I'd work around that. But if you do want to see it, go to Stormrunner Media, or just Max Velocity Stream, I guess. He's got Stormrunner Media's coverage up right now. There might be a tornado on the ground. If not, there might be one any second now, because look at that thing. Just look at that. That is one hefty area of rotation. That is one hefty supercell. I can't see anything on the ground right now on the stream, but it's obviously far away. Yeah, damn. Okay, yeah, now, okay, it is confirmed as of right now. Again, tornado warning now in effect. Confirmed tornado warning now in effect for Dale, Saint, and Saint Meanrad. Rather tight rotation here. So again, tornado most likely probably already on the ground. I can't really tell correlation coefficient, but could definitely be a tornado on the ground right now or about to occur. Like this is real tight. This is real tight. Very broad, very strong inflow channel here. There's really nothing stopping this thing from putting something down. Yeah, and this thing on the stream this thing's churning real good. This is quite the sight to see. I'm about to tune into my own live stream here in a moment. We're trying to post something about it. It's okay. And there we go. Great. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. I'll just... Not really what I wanted to do. Yeah, no, look at that. That's tight. That's real tight here. Okay, yeah, no, correlation coefficient drop. There's certainly a tornado on the ground right now, just to the north of Dale. Northern part of Dale, any rural areas in this region need to take shelter immediately. A tornado warning continues for Dale and St. Minrad in southern Indiana. I think GR2 analyst might be behind a little bit. Check here. Yeah, nope, never mind. It's not behind. Yeah, no, we're good. Yeah, no, it certainly looks like there is probably a tornado on the ground at this time. Again, tornado warning for Dale and St. Meanrad. Take shelter immediately. Yeah, no, look at that. That's some tie rotation there. Certainly tornado on the ground. Okay, maybe not anymore, but certainly was on the ground at least for a split second. Might have taking off here, but still, I wouldn't really be too. I wouldn't let your guard down too quickly with this storm. This is still quite impressive. Could put one down again if there's one not already still on the ground. Definitely pulling a lot of rain into that. There's a cyclone there. It's gonna get rain wrapped really quickly. Thankfully, right now it's not entirely rain wrapped, but as the sun sets, like it's gonna be harder to see. But then also, this is pulling in a lot of rain. We do have a confirmed tornado further west as well. Tornado has been confirmed. Oh yeah, look at that. Tornado has been confirmed on this Barn Hill and Mill Shoals storm. Again, tornado warning continues for Barn Hill and Mill Shoals as well as Burnt Prairie. Please take shelter immediately, and further south as well for what is this? Springerton, and Enfield, even though this doesn't really look as impressive as the other storms. Yeah, I know. I'm looking at the stream now. There is a lot of rain being pulled into this thing. Like it's getting extremely rain wrapped up in there. I know people are swearing by Weatherfront, but I really don't know if I really want to use it. I feel like, I mean, I might switch over to it just for the UI, depending on what the UI looks like. I don't know what the UI looks like. Look at this. Weatherfront. Launched in browser. Okay, yeah, I know this isn't so bad. Oh god, it has models built in. Oh, sweet. Okay. Ooh, yeah, okay, yeah, it's got... Damn, it's got actually everything built in. This is sweet. I might use this, actually. Ooh. So, okay. Let me pull this over here. Let me change this window capture to whoops, hold on. Properties. Wait, hold on, I can just do this. Weatherfront. That's okay, what? It's not the Weatherfront I want. There we go. Okay, so they did change the thing. You know what? Okay, we'll just pull it over to the Storm Prediction Center. I'd rather do that, actually. Where is it? Where is the Storm Prediction Center? What? Storm Prediction Center. Why is it not letting me choose? That's Weatherfront. not going to show max velocity stream because I don't want to get obliterated. Okay, I'll just show it here, I guess. Oh, this is weird. Hold on. Let's switch back to GR2 Analyst. Oh, okay. You know what? Let's make a new one of these. You know what? Hold on. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Never mind. You can't really give me a second because I have to have this open to do it. Oh my god, it's not what I want. Okay, you know what? We'll just use this. We'll just use this for now. Let me take this down here. Alright. Alright, before we look at that, storm still is turning. Definitely pulled a lot of rain in. Definitely doesn't look as impressive anymore, but there was certainly a tornado briefly on the ground there. Doesn't look like there is one anymore, as it pretty much gusted out. But we do have another tornado warning here. For Owensville, Fort Branch, Makey, Somerville, Haubstad? I don't know how you pronounce that. Just trying to tighten up there. It's a pretty obvious inflow channel, and RFD trying to wrap around the back, but right now it's rather broad, not put together, at least not enough to warrant immediate concern. But it definitely could tighten up, get its act together within the next couple of minutes and produce a tornado. So definitely going to keep an eye on that. What about some of these other tornado warnings? I know we haven't really been taking a look at these too much. Kind of been ignorant to them. This one up here, still not very impressive. Same with this one. This one, though, is certainly trying. It's got some broad, decent rotation on it. It's not being impinged by a whole lot. I mean, sure, might have to face outflow from this storm. And some colder air from just the rain in general. But it's definitely trying to rotate. So, tornado warning for Valine, Artisburg, Fredericksburg, and Marengo. So make sure you're watching that. We'll keep an eye on that one. Well, with these storms. Oh, we have another tornado warning over here. Let's see if there's a better radar site. I think this one might be the best radar site. Kind of far though. Huh. Let me just give it the good old check. Okay, yeah, none of these radar sites nearby are really that good for that storm, but there is a tornado warning there. Still definitely has some strong RFD, some really strong RFD here, and it looks like it's getting some of that rain out. Still definitely pretty hefty amount of rain there at the very least. But okay, as I was trying to show you earlier, is that let me just hold on, switch it over real fast. Boom. There we go. There is a tornado, or sorry, what am I trying to say here? Weather front. What am I saying? Okay. Whew. They upgraded the outlook to an enhanced risk back towards Kansas and Oklahoma here, but it is not for tornadoes. Area of most concern for tornado risk is still Indiana, Illinois, Northern Kentucky, parts of Missouri, maybe even extending into Ohio a little bit, and then also a more marginal risk for tornadoes further back into Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, further west, but it's mostly a It is a 30% damaging wind gust risk that's hatched. It's what's driving the enhanced risk, and a 50% hail risk, possibility of some intensity level 1 hail. Tomorrow we do have a slight risk, or actually a couple of areas here. Ooh, I might be able to do a. Ooh, I don't know about this. Might be able to do a local chase further south, but I don't know how I like the terrain or the road network there. I have two different areas for a 2% tornado risk. That being the High Plains, Colorado, Chattanooga, and the Lower Tennessee Valley, and then the New England states here, the Eastern Seaboard, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, Northern Virginia there, and 15% damaging wind gust risk for the western half. Or sorry, eastern half for the Eastern Seaboard and Appalachian regions, and then a 15% hatched hail risk for the High Plains region up into Wyoming. And that's what's driving the slight. Oops, what's going on here? Slight risks for both sides. Day 3, slight risk for Kansas, Colorado, parts of Nebraska, and parts of Oklahoma. Probabilistic is hatched 15%. So possibility of intensity level 1 storms, at least on day 3, for the High Plains and western Oklahoma, western Kansas, and the Texas Panhandle. For day 4, we do have a probabilistic 15% for Colorado to the High Plains, southern Wyoming, Nebraska, and then another 50% for day 5, 25th for Wyoming, Nebraska, parts of Colorado, and South Dakota there. So pretty active stretch of severe weather. I would try to do a local chase, but I really don't have time to do that tomorrow. I really don't. I have a lot going on. Maybe depending on storm timing, I might. But ooh, okay. So this has really gotten its act together. Let's focus on this again. Hold on. Let me. Boom. This has gotten its act together quite quickly, and quite substantially as well. Yeah, sunset rather quickly, so I can't really see much. But yeah, we do have some rather tight rotation here, rather tight. Doesn't appear to be a tornado on the ground at this very moment, but definitely could put one down at any second with a look like this. Like, this is gnarly. Definitely gonna be quite rain wrapped as well. The RFD's pulling around a lot of rain into this thing, but definitely some strong and tight rotation. I'm gonna pull up StormNet here. Oh, I didn't realize the StormNet had an app. StormNet right now is saying that the biggest storm that we need to watch for tornado potential is this one that we're currently looking at. Definitely got some strong rotation on it. It's trying. It's really turning and trying there. But no tornado on the ground just yet, but could definitely see one very soon. Thankfully, very thankfully though, as soon as this thing gets past St. Meinrad, we really don't have to worry about too much of a risk of it impacting any major town centers. This is going to be mostly moving through rural areas. So we'll have a couple of minutes of leeway, and actually a couple of minutes for me to use the restroom. Yeah, but within the next hour or so, StormNet's saying that the biggest risk for tornadoes is likely going to shift, or not shift, but mostly remain across Louisville, northern Kentucky. But as the night progresses, it is going to shift to mostly a mostly outflow dominant system, mostly damaging wind gust threat. But then we might also want to watch Kansas and Oklahoma, because that does look like it might try something. Yeah, I might need to turn off the radar because it is kind of annoying me now. Okay, not the radar that you're currently seeing. I'm looking at the StormNet thing. Actually, hold on. Let me just move it over here. Where did it go? It's gone. Yeah, no, it's just completely gone. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, never mind. I found it. Boom. StormNet. Look at that. Oops, it's the wrong thing. I'll move the radar over here really quickly. Here's StormNet. Look at StormNet. So look at this. So right now it's giving us big old. Oh wait. Okay, right now, yeah, it's currently pointing at this storm right here in particular. It's certainly trying. It really is. It is weakening down though. It's becoming very messy. It's still rotating, but it's very broad, not very organized. And I think the inflow channel is probably struggling a little bit with a lot of the rain that the updraft is wrapping around itself. You need to watch this one, because this one's pretty tight. It's weak, but it's tight. It has an open inflow channel. It's just not very, it's just very outflow dominant right now. And this one I don't really see any rotation with. Up here, though, it's definitely, did look like it was trying, but it is still kind of outflow dominant. Maybe right here. I can't really tell what's being warned here. It's very messy. This is still our storm of interest. And we can look at some of these other storms. Now, this one's gusted out almost completely. This one, yeah, nope, not impressive. This is our big one. This is our main storm that we need to focus on. Soon we're gonna have to switch radar sites here to KLVX, but for now we can continue using the one that we've been using. Definitely has some strong rotation though, but it's really having a hard time. There's a lot of rain that's pulling around, so it's ingesting a lot of cooler air. I just realized we have a crazy delay on the stream. That's okay. I don't really mind. Oh, okay, hold on, I just realized. We're still on StormNet. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, here we go. So this is what I'm looking at. Definitely has some strong rotation on it right now. But it's kind of broad. It looks like it is trying to tighten up here. But I'm thinking the inflow channel is probably having a really hard time. Because of just how like messy it is right now. How much rain is also being ingested and pulled around by the RFD. But it is certainly trying. Did take a look at some of these other storms that were tornado warned, and none of them really look good. This one was rotating decently okay, but now it's kind of gusting out. This one is also gusting out up here. I'm not seeing a tornado threat for this any longer. And then back over here, where is it? Where's our radar site? Definitely tell it's rotating in the upper levels of the atmosphere. I think probably right here is where we need to watch, but right now it doesn't look that impressive. It's very outflow dominant right now, this storm in particular. This one is, can't really tell. It looks like it's having some issues. And definitely the inflow is strengthening though. So it is definitely trying to continue to rotate. It just needs to figure itself out. You can definitely see where the updraft is, where the area of rotation would be, where the main mesocyclone currently is, and the inflow is strengthening. So definitely gonna watch that. This one is very outflow dominant as well. It's trying to rotate, but the inflow just isn't very strong. We have a tornado warning over here as well, but I can't really find a good radar site to really look at it. Okay, so this is no longer being counted as observed, so we can go ahead and do that. So we're back down to this level, but we do need to watch this. But now that the rotation is past Saint, what's it called? I cannot. Saint Meanrad, or Meanrad. It is no longer going to pose too much of an immediate threat to any major town areas or population centers. It is also kind of struggling as well. It's having a hard time here. It's kind of messy, and I think that's because a lot of the cold air is ingesting from the rain. It's kind of choking itself off. But definitely, we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it. But now that we were given a little bit of a break, I am gonna go use the restroom, so I'll be back. We're back, guys. Hi. Yeah, we do have some really tight rotation here. Very tight. Hold on, let me get, okay, yeah. Very tight rotation. Right there. my god. Okay. Very tight rotation right there. Move these right here. Oh man, what's happening? I think I might have accidentally opened up Microsoft Edge. Now my computer's lagging. Okay. It's trying to open up that inflow channel again. But tight rotation there. Yeah, here we go. RFD is gusting. We're also making this thing extremely rain wrapped. Ooh, this thing is tightening up here. See that area of rotation? See the... Oh my gosh, what is happening suddenly? Suddenly my computer does not like me. I'm not sure what it is. Oh, some of this stuff. A bunch of stuff open. Yeah, it's looking tight right there. Definitely has some decent inflow. It still mostly has my attention. Yeah, let's see what I can do with weather front. We'll keep this open here though. Man. Ooh, yeah, very tight rotation here. It's certainly trying. It's trying real hard. Oops, accidentally closed weather front. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm keeping an eye on the radar though. Radar, here we are. Found it. Ooh, I love the color table for the cape. Ooh, it does certainly look like there'll be a tornado risk tomorrow. If I were to go chasing tomorrow, I would be targeting around Huntsville and Chattanooga. Though they're going to be moving, like, how fast are these storms going to be moving? They got some strong ass winds behind them. 35 knots? How fast is that? 35 knots to miles per hour. 3 miles per hour, yeah. Whew. I don't know about that. I would probably certainly target around Huntsville and Chattanooga, though. Okay, well, let's see. Let me get rid of StormNet. I don't know why I still have it open. Actually, hold on. Let me just add it to my thing. So weather-wise, I got StormNet. A whole bunch of stuff open. Weather front. Do have a moderate risk for flash flooding today, though, for this area, so there is that too. It's weird. Why did that sound come from my actual computer? Not my headphones. Oops, that was loud. This is sweet. Glad that I have so many different tools to use is awesome. We'll go back to here though. The reason I haven't been paying attention to it too much because there's not really too much. It's not too impressive right now. Certainly a hook there. Let's look back over here. Ooh, this one's trying. Check out some of these other storms here. This one's trying as well. Tornado warning continues for Crossville, Phillipstown, Carmi. Ooh, up here. Nice area of rotation to the north. Again, tornado warning for Griffin, Poseyville, Cynthiana. Let's see. Ooh, oh boy. Okay, how did I miss this? There is a observed tornado. Radar confirmed tornado. Okay, where is it? Here it is. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh man, how did I miss this? Yeah, there was absolutely a tornado on the ground with this one. Ooh, look at that hook. Tornado warning in effect for Otisco and New Washington. Confirmed tornado. Was on the ground. Don't know if it's still on the ground, but definitely some pretty tight rotation. Looks like it's a little messy now, but could wrap around here again. Again, tornado warning continues for Otisco, New Washington, which is Otisco, New Washington, Indiana. Oh wait, I forgot about Twitch. I can actually check the Twitch thing now. I forgot I can do that. Still says public test live stream. That's great. Also need to update the date. I completely forget. I stream on Twitch. There we go. Code in Washington. I need to pay more attention to these. Ooh, why is it like that? Oh, what's going on there? Look at that. I'm not sure what's going on here. Looks like there might be a little area of secondary rotation ahead of the current updraft. Not entirely certain what this is here, but still main area rotation is further off west. Might need to watch this. Nice hook on that too. Check back in over here. Oh yeah, Elberfeld. Definitely trying to hook here. Definitely trying to rotate right there. Nice hook. No tornado, obviously, just yet, but tornado warning will likely be extended for Linville, possibly even Selvin and Tennyson. Ooh, near Griffin here. Look at that. Nice inflow channel, RFD as well. RFD mix. No obvious area of tight rotation just yet. It's kind of just two wind fields kind of merging together. If I had to guess, it'd probably be right here. Or right here. Definitely need to watch that. Tornado warning in effect for Griffin, Posey, Cynthiana. And over near Carmi, tornado warning for Carmi, Crossville, and Phillipstown. Rotation here. It's very broad. It's weak. Yeah, it's rather broad. Storm looks to be mostly outflow dominant, but it might be trying to. It is getting more robust, so it might switch to be inflow dominant here soon. Do need to keep an eye on this storm though, in particular. for Otis Konu, Washington. Yeah, no, it's dusting out very fast. It's a very brief. But still a confirmed tornado. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there were some beautiful tornadoes earlier today. Into the severe thunderstorm warning here. It doesn't really look like there might be too much of a risk further along the gust front here. This thing is very outflow dominant now. I really don't see too much of a tornado threat with this further. It is still rotating deep in there, but it's gusting out. It's not going to survive much longer. Evansville, though, is still rather powerful. And there's a couple of supercells back towards this area that are still decently strong. I wish I could find a better radar site. Oh, there's one right here. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. How did I miss that? Look at that. Nice, beautiful supercell, near Evansville. Definitely some strong rotation. Tornado warning for Melody Hill, Chandler, Newburgh, and Evansville. Definitely take shelter immediately. And then, ooh, yeah, watch that. Watch that. That is beautiful. Nice tight area rotation. Clear, obvious hook here. Near Linville, just southwest of Linville. Tornado warning will likely be extended for this storm. Likely to include Selvin and Tenson, as well as Linville, but this is gonna move through some okayishly rural areas for now. But yeah, again, tornado warning certainly going to be extended here. And then again, beautiful supercell. Further northwest, still have that tornado warning for Poseyville and Cynthiana. Looks to be becoming more outflow dominant here. Up north, we're still trying to rotate. And not very impressive down here either, near Caramie. But tornado warning does remain for Caramie, Crossville, and Phillipstown, with Crossville and Phillipstown being mostly in the area of immediate danger. Cynthiana and Poseyville up here in the most immediate danger. Linville, Selvin, and Tennyson area of most immediate danger as well. And Chandler and Newburgh. Beautiful, beautiful. Very broad, wide inflow channel here. Definitely some pretty tight rotation there. I don't know why it doesn't let me do that. What am I trying to do here? Just take the link from my Discord. I'm trying to grab the Twitch link. Ooh, yeah, it's continuing to tighten up still. Look at that. That's a beautiful supercell. Very tight there. Again, tornado warning continues for Chandler and Newburgh. Hello. Hello, Stingayan77. Welcome to my sad little stream. Okay, he's probably gone already, but that's fine. Yeah, it's continuing to tighten up here. Definitely gonna see definitely gonna see some sort of continued tornado throughout this. Definitely need to keep an eye, close watch on this. I feel like I'm looking for something, but I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh no, he's still here. Is there 2 new tropical disturbances in the Eastern Pacific? Well, Eastern Pacific. I can give that a quick check right now. Let me just. Ooh, yeah, no, this is a really tight area of rotation here. Again, well, I guess. Yeah, okay. Newburgh and Chandler still. If you guys haven't taken shelter already, you guys need to be in shelter. Very tight area of rotation here. Tornado imminent, if not already on the ground. It could be a correlation coefficient drop right there. Could be a tornado on the ground at this moment, if not very soon. So we'll just go ahead and remove the tornado confirmed until further notice. All right, let me give the thing a new look. National Hurricane Center. Pacific. Central Pacific. Yeah, there are two disturbances in the Pacific right now, though they don't look like they're going to pose any immediate threat to the United States. They're mostly just going to remain off the coast of Mexico, way too south to really pose too much of a threat to Florida, and I doubt they're going to do much to Hawaii. The threat for the threat within the next 7 days for cyclone formation is less than 40%. So those 2 disturbances really are not much to worry about. But I do appreciate you bringing them up. Yeah, look at this beauty of a supercell. Really tight rotation there. Likely a tornado currently on the ground. Again, Newburgh and Chandler. Hopefully, ooh, yeah, no, this is unfortunately going to go through some pretty populated areas, unfortunately, of Newburgh, northern Newburgh. So please take shelter immediately if you're in Newburgh. And then Chandler as well. Again, tornado on the ground likely at this time. Radar confirmed tornado. Very tight rotation, very strong rotation. Again, tornado likely currently ongoing at this very moment. Yeah, still really tight rotation. Is hurricane season underway? Maybe the very early stages. I'd have to give that a look, but right now we're nowhere close to the height of tropical season just yet. Been 3 years, and you'd think I'd know when hurricane season starts. Okay, never mind. It does start June 1st actually, so that does make a lot of sense given how hot it is during the summer, and the lack of shear across the ocean during the summer into the August, September. So yeah, so we definitely already entered tropical season. So sweet. Up north here, still trying to rotate near Cynthiana and Poseyville. Trying to rotate as well just to the southwest of Phillipstown. Hope the hurricane season is not as busy. I haven't looked at any preliminary outlooks for it just yet, so I also don't know if it's even El Nino or La Nina just yet, so I don't know how that's gonna affect the Ooh, yeah, okay, this is very tight rotation. Tornado certainly on the ground at this time, just to the north of Newsburg, likely actually passing through some very populated areas. There are suburbs in here, so it is likely hitting towns or hitting houses. So if you're not already in shelter, please take shelter immediately. Again, that's Newburgh, Indiana, just on the border of Indiana. Again, tornado currently on the ground. Yep, this is really strong tight rotation there. Tornado certainly on the ground at this time, moving through northern Newburgh. Yeah, very tight rotation there. I'm trying to see if there's any photos of it. Let me just hit Twitter with the good old tornado search. If I can find latest. Okay, yeah, no, there's power flashes. Yeah, there is certainly currently a tornado on the ground right now. Again, moving through northern Newburgh. It's doing damage. You can tell just by how broad that correlation coefficient dropped. There's certainly a lot of debris in the air currently. It's a bad situation. If you live in Newburgh, please take shelter immediately. Again, tornado continues for Newburgh and extended into mostly rural areas of southern Indiana here. But we're going to keep an eye on this. Again, certainly a bad situation. Okay, so we have upgraded to a PDS tornado warning. This does mean particularly dangerous situation, extending mostly into the rural areas. Again, tornado still on the ground. Um, and yeah, no, it's a beautiful supercell as well. Tornado still on the ground, currently on the ground, doing lots of damage in northern Newburgh. Please take shelter immediately if you haven't already. Again, tornado likely on the ground. Not likely on the ground. Tornado is on the ground, currently doing damage. Again, PDS tornado warning extended into mostly rural areas of southern Indiana. Oh man, hopefully this thing gets out of there quickly. There's still this is a really populated area. Unfortunately, this is doing damage to homes stuff around this area. There are this isn't a um rural area in any sense of the term. There are quite a lot of homes here, unfortunately. So homes are being hit. Zoom out here. Yeah, again, very tight rotation. Certainly tornado still ongoing. Yeah, no, there is absolute. Yeah, there's reports of power flashes in this area. There was reports of power flashes in Evansville, and likely going to be continued reports of tornadic damage in Newburgh here. Let me see if I can find anything at all latest. Yeah, again, particularly dangerous situation, tornado warning for this area. Again, tornado confirmed to be on the ground doing damage to decently populated areas. If you live in the affected area, please take shelter immediately. Please take shelter immediately. This is no joke. There is a tornado on the ground and likely still ongoing at this time. Though it seems to be weakening down as we move into less populated areas, but still unfortunately it seemed to be most intense overpopulated areas, which is not fun. Not good at all. Not good in the slightest. No, this is not good. Really unfortunate that it was most intense over populated areas. Still might even be on the ground. This is a very, very textbook supercell. Very, very, very intense too. It's not. This is not a joke. It's a very intense supercell. A damaging tornado still on the ground, possibly. See if we can get photos out. Apparently, a tornado is also going on in, I think, India right now. Yeah, now there's yeah, there's videos coming out of tornadoes in India right now. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find any photos, but this is still very, very very tight area of rotation here. Very tight. Definitely does look like there's probably still a tornado on the ground, especially given its tightness in rotation there and strength. But it is certainly, it's weakening, but there still could be a tornado on the ground. StormNet is also giving out a signal for a larger, or for a noticeable tornado risk up here as well. The supercell that we were looking at previously. Can I find a better radar site? Here we go. Yeah, no, this supercell is, oh yeah, this is quite beautiful supercell here as well. Man, hold on. Yeah, no, it's a very, very classic supercell like clear hook, clear inflow channel, area of rotation as well. Tornado warning for Wolf Creek. Tornado warning likely going to be extended for New Amsterdam, Battletown, and then also possibly even Central and Mockport. Take shelter immediately if you live in those areas. So that storm ain't playing around either. It's rather robust. Switch back over here. Yeah, area rotation is still rather tight, still rather strong. You can definitely tell it is rotating still. And it does look like there's still a correlation coefficient drop. So there might be debris still in the air. There might be a tornado still on the ground. I can't really tell, but you need to treat this storm like there is still a tornado on the ground, because already has a very obvious history of producing a tornado, possibly even a strong tornado at that, and a damaging tornado. This is just ripped line of damage from parts of Evansville and across northern Newburgh, and might even be getting a second wind here soon with this new inflow gust. Like, the inflow channel is still wide and open, still able to fuel this updraft, still able to get that that rotation going. And it's definitely still rotating. Cynthiana, it's rotating up here. Ooh, tornado warning for Cynthiana still. Very, very classic supercell look here. Could have been a tornado on the ground that I missed. Looks like there might have been a correlation coefficient drop in there. You can definitely tell classic supercell hook look. A nice inflow channel. I can't really tell. It's kind of odd. Kind of oddly shaped, but this is a very classic supercell look. A nice inflow channel. Can't really tell too much as far as inflow winds go. Definitely does look like there might have been a tornado on the ground, at least for a brief moment there. And then this is trying to rotate near New Harmony. Has that hook there, but it's not really robust enough. And this is still trying to rotate as well. And this is north of Yankeetown. Thankfully, these are very rural areas now. Maybe a couple of townhomes in their area. Or not townhomes, farm homes. Yeah, no, it's still rotating. Still, rotation is kind of broadening out here, but it's got its inflow channel wide open. Nothing is impinging the supercell right now, but it is weakening. It could definitely strengthen back up here soon, though. So if you do live in the affected area, still make sure you're taking shelter. And it does look like it still does have some decently tight rotation there. There could be a tornado still on the ground. At the very least, a pretty decent looking funnel cloud should be there. And then elsewhere, we also have a tornado warning continuing for Cynthiana. That might have had a tornado on the ground earlier. Kind of see it's rotating here. Kind of odd looking though. Is it so close to the radar site? Oh man, I'm tired. Tornado warning continues to the north of this tornado warning, but it doesn't look really good. It doesn't look like it meets the criteria for a tornado warning anymore. To the north of the storm here, that's to the north of Yankeetown. That includes Dale, Lincoln City, and Gentryville. The storm looks like it has weakened below warning criteria, and the tornado warning will likely be left to expire. Over here, still have a couple of tornadoes. Ooh, yeah, no, that's some tight rotation there. We need to keep an eye on this. Wolf Creek. Tornado warning did extend for New Amsterdam, Central, and Battletown. Indiana and Kentucky. You need to watch this storm here because it is decently tight. It's got that classic supercell look. But tornado warning also continues for the storm to the north of Yankeetown. But do need to keep an eye on this one here. certainly need to keep an eye on this. There are other, yeah, no, okay. I don't know what's going on here. They took away its PDS tag. Radar indicated. Not even a confirmed tornado anymore. Look at that tight rotation though. Still rather tight rotation. Inflow channel wide and open. Very robust supercell still. Tornado warning does continue for rural areas to the north and northwest or northeast of Yankeetown and Hatfield, Indiana, and southern Indiana. And then also the supercell tornado warning does continue for New Amsterdam, Battletown, Central, Laconia, and New Middletown, Indiana and Kentucky. Some of those towns are in Kentucky. Some of them are in Indiana. Definitely tightening up really quickly here. Nice inflow channel, nice hook as well. And it's a very robust storm as well. Very robust. Again, if you live in these areas, please take shelter immediately. We can take a peek at some of the storms over in Kansas, though. It's mostly a damaging wind threat, though. Marginal tornado risk. Oh yeah, look at that. Strong damaging winds with a lot of these storms. Some hail as well. Storm is far from any radar site. This one right here. It's okay. We can go back over here. Tornado warning. Ooh, yeah, no, that's tightening up real fast, really quickly. Might even have a tornado on the ground right now, just really close to the radar site, so I can't really tell through all the contamination. But tornado warning did extend for Hauptstadt, Elberfeld, and Linville, Indiana. Very classic look on the supercell. These two supercells, actually. I think this one might get a tornado warning for Wadesville here soon. This supercell to the south. But tornado warning extended for Hauptstadt and Elberfeld. Possibly a tornado on the ground. I can't really tell through all the contamination. What is this? Tornado warning. Okay, just radar indicated as of right now. This one is kind of losing steam. The one that had a tornado earlier that moved through Newburgh. We need to watch this one up here though. Towards New Amsterdam. And also, Yeah, okay, it's not tight anymore. It's kind of broadening out. It's not as strong, but we do need to keep an eye on it. Especially, and then also especially this one over here, because very close to the radar site. Kind of hard to tell. Makes it a little bit more dangerous. And it's going to be extremely rain wrapped as well. Even more dangerous, especially with it being nighttime like this. You can see your rotation right there. And how the RFE is pushing around the inflow channel getting cut off. It is occluding the inflow, but it is still rotating. I can't tell if there's a tornado on the ground, but definitely need to be aware of that. Yep, and as predicted, there is now a tornado warning for the storm further south. Tornado warning now including Wadesville and Darmstadt. Do need to keep an eye on this storm though, because it does have a strong RFD and strong inflow as well. It is still trying to rotate. Switch over to radar scope just to see if I can get a better view of it. Ooh, yeah, much better view on radar scope. Doesn't appear to have a tornado on the ground though. Now it seems to be gusting out. The occlusion really screwed it up here, which is good, because that looked like it might have been a powerful tornado if it wasn't for this. It might have tried to put down a powerful tornado if it wasn't for this outflow from this storm right here. But definitely still watch out for that. Tornado warning still in effect for Hobstad, Elberfield, and Linville. And then tornado warning now exists for Wadesville and Darmstadt. Rotation's very weak though. I'm kind of gusting out already. We are getting some tighter rotation here with this storm here. One earlier, it's tightening and it is strengthening as well. Do have I can't read that. Chrisney, town of Chrisney now in the area of immediate threat from this storm. Tornado warning continuing here. Hasn't been extended just yet, but it looks like it'll probably here in a second. Yeah, no, tightening rotation, strengthening rotation, very mean looking, very nasty looking. Look at that rotation there. About up here. Oh yeah. Kind of gusting out and becoming more outflow dominant. What's the terminal? Where's the terminal radar? Here it is. Ooh, it's too far for any clear, obvious view from the terminal radar. Look at that, though. Definitely really strong in those upper levels. Do need to keep an eye on this because this is strong tiding rotation. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, I'm watching Max Velocity stream. Stormrunner Media. Ooh, yeah, dude, that's a beautiful lowering on, I think the storm right here. This one that we're watching. Tight, strong rotation. Storm is going for round 2. Ooh, hold on. There might be a tornado on the ground. In the stream, I can't really tell. Oh, yeah, no, look at that. Oh, yeah, no, that looks like a tornado. It's really giving me a run for the money, for my money, as far as, like, if I can really see through all the darkness. I'm only seeing glimpses of it through the lightning. Yeah, no, okay, there's no tornado just yet. At least no condensed funnel, as I can see. But there is a very, very nice lowering. So, very nice wall cloud on this storm right here. Pretty intense rotation. Tornado imminent, likely at any moment here soon. Yeah, look at that strong, tight rotation. Very robust looking supercell. It is certain. It's going for round 2 here. Yeah, no, look at that. Look at that. Tightening up really nice here. What time is this? Chrisney needs to be taking shelter immediately. And then tornado warning will likely be extended for Grandview and Lewisport. Sorry, trying to keep our eyes on this. Chrisney, Vienna. You know, very tight rotation here. Probably about to put down another tornado within the next couple of minutes. Yep, tornado on the ground right now. Currently, tornado on the ground. Tornado warning also extended for more Christney, Grandview. Likely going to be extended to Lewisport and Troy as well. But tornado now on the ground. Correlation coefficient drop right there. I might switch to radar scope. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no, we're gonna. Well, let me get some of my things back here. The only reason I wasn't using radar scope is because I was having a bit of fun with GR2 analyst, but I think we're gonna probably switch back to this. Okay, yeah, hold on. Give me 1 second. Boom. We're here now. Radar scope. Let me just reposition this. Oh yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay, so tornado warning was extended for this storm here. Very strong, very tight rotation still. Definitely probably going to put down a tornado here in the next couple of minutes. It didn't look like there was a tornado there with one of the correlation coefficient frames. If I can find it again. I'm not sure where it went, but it did look like there was a correlation coefficient drop right there. But either way, even if there wasn't, it does look like there could be one at any moment with how strong this area of rotation is here. And then over here as well, see that this storm is gearing up quite nicely. You see that nice inflow channel, obvious hook. It's definitely rotating right there. Tornado warning. Ooh, I can't see anything because I have the radars on for New Amsterdam, New Middletown. Well, I'm gonna see if I can get another thing of radar scope open so I can run it as or see if I can run it as administrator. See if I can. Hold on. We'll come back over here. Look at that strong rotation. And oh, look at that. Look at that thing. Or sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. Over here, look at that. It's a classic supercell. Well, I do need to get a photo of that real fast. Okay, sorry about that. Tornado warning continues for Laconia. Very classic supercell look. Very nice hook. Sorry, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Very nice hook. Obvious area of rotation as well. Definitely make sure you're staying. Okay, tornado warning will probably be extended here in a second for Mockport, Brandenburg. Yeah, Brandenburg and Laconia. Well, tornado warnings in effect for Laconia, but big area that we do need to watch is Mockport and Brandenburg, as this storm is pushing its way south and is going to put those two towns also in the immediate area of concern. So they do need to be watched. See about cannot speak for some reason. See about back over here. Yeah, still strong rotation. No obvious correlation coefficient drop. But tornado warning has been extended for Troy, Lewisport, Tell City, and Candleton. So do take shelter immediately if you live in those areas. It's currently being displayed. Okay, only radar indicated. My playback of the live stream is delayed then. Yeah, nice classic supercell look on this. Same with this one up here. Rotation kind of okay, never mind, it's not really struggling, especially with that look at the hook. Just because it's so close to the radar side, kind of does look like it is struggling a little bit, but yeah, no, from the terminal radar you can see that hook, and you can also see that rotation. So tornado warning does continue. Yeah, you can see that rotation here, and that hook right up in there. And let me switch back to the, I forgot that I have drawing tools. Yeah, you can see that hook still, the inflow notch, but you can see that hook here. And then on the terminal radar, the velocity, you can see that rotation. See the RFD punching out, and then the inflow pulling in. You can also see how that matches up on the reflectivity there as well. The tornado likely going to be somewhere right there if it does put one down, which it might, but I don't see a correlation coefficient drop yet. But that is a very classic supercell look. Probably gonna squeeze another photo of it real fast. Only reason I'm doing this because I kind of do need photos for thumbnails, and this is kind of perfect actually. I'll be going through all my photos for thumbnails tomorrow, and then I'll post the VOD. Full length VOD. Yeah, look at that classic supercell look. Very textbook. Tornado report for emergency manager, and then tornado report for amateur radio. Power network report from Hatfield. Makes sense. That thing wasn't really rain wrapped when it was over that area. So we are getting reports of this storm producing that tornado earlier. Oh, why is my velocity broken? Something's wrong with my velocity. I need to restart radar scope. Just give me a second. Okay, we're back. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there, but for some reason my velocity was not moving. Still some tight rotation there. Doesn't look like there was a tornado on the ground. There might have been for a split second because I did see correlation coefficient. Sorry. I did see a correlation coefficient drop. Ooh, okay. My velocity is still being weird. Not sure why it's doing that. How about I do that? See if that fixes it. No, it's still being weird. It did look like we saw that correlation coefficient drop on GR2 analyst earlier. Now I'm not too sure. Definitely does look like it is trying to put down a tornado though. Again, tornado warning still in effect for Grandview, Lewisport, Troy, Tell City, and Cannleton. And tornado watch remains in effect. Ooh, okay. So there's two different areas of rotation for this supercell near Armstrong and Darmstadt. You have a obvious hook here and an obvious hook here with some rather weak rotation. Actually, it's only probably rather weak because it is moving parallel to the radar site. But you do see two obvious areas of rotation, two hooks. So tornado warning is justified for Armstrong and Darmstadt. And then tornado warning further north for Elberfield. I see where RFD pushing out here and then shoving inflow further north. But no obvious area of rotation. So I don't really know if this justifies a tornado warning. I'm not gonna lie. I need to watch right here though. Right there might need to be watched. It is kind of, it is kind of along the RFD gust front. But there is the inflow channel here. Maybe trying to punch in. There's an inflow off to the north, so it could easily just be pulled in here. But right now, I don't think that really justifies a tornado warning because we're kind of, I'm going to jump through some hoops. Over here, still tight. Okay, tight rotation. Tight rotation there. Still open inflow channel, but it is beginning to get more messy as RFD pushes out. RFD pulls rain around the mesocyclone, but tornado warning does remain in effect for Laconia. Oh, actually, no, it was extended for Mockport and Bradenburg, West Point, and Molddrag. Again, tornado warning in effect for those regions. Over here, still strong rotation. Might have to switch radar sites here soon. Yeah, strong, decently tight rotation. Plastic supercell look at the hook. Though it is kind of struggling now. Thankfully, it's struggling because it's already. Hopefully, it's already done its worst because it's already put down a damaging tornado earlier. This storm in particular, this storm right here. Oh, damn. Sorry, I was looking at something. New radar frames coming in. I think we might be getting some issues with velocity still. Hey, never mind. I think we are up to date on velocity. I don't know why it's being weird. Let's see over here. Ooh, gusting out. Makes sense though. Kind of was doing that earlier. Yeah, you can see how quickly that's becoming alpha dominant. Right over here. This is gusting out. Not entirely certain what they're warning there. I do see what they're warning here though, because they're... Okay, maybe I take that back actually. Ooh, velocity's being weird again. Okay, never mind, here we go. Yeah, now I don't really think this warrants a tornado warning. This needs to get its act together right here, and then maybe it can warrant a tornado warning. It's still trying, but it's mostly outflow dominant as of right now. The biggest storm that we still need to watch is this one, surprisingly enough. This one's been churning for a while. It's very broad rotation, though. It's not as strong as it was previously. Which is good, because the storm's already had its fun. I wouldn't really call it fun. Unfortunately, it did put down a damaging tornado. Which is not great. Okay, yeah, the tornado warning over here is gone because it gusted out. Whew, never mind. It's getting late. Whew, how did I miss that? Should not be making mistakes like that. Whew. This tornado warning is still here, but it is gusting out. I don't know how much longer it will last. Over here, though, this storm near Armstrong is definitely rotating in the upper levels. It's trying to, at least. It's got some strong upper level inflow, but towards the surface it's not very impressive. This thing is also kind of falling apart here. Let me check mesoscale, or mesoanalysis, sorry. Mesoscale analysis. Change sector. Let me change my sector to this sector. Surface-based cape. Oh, I don't know how much longer these storms are gonna last. They had a decent environment not too long ago, but now they're running out of instability. The environment's capped over. Environment's really capped over, and they're running out of a lot of instability here. It's like currently mesoanalysis is only saying like 500 joules per kilogram roughly of surface-based cape. Effective layer. Yeah. Let's see why. I'm assuming just lack of diurnal heating. I mean, moisture certainly there. Yeah, it does appear to be a lack of diurnal heating. I mean, the low level jet's still cranking though. That's why all these storms are still rotating. There's decent amount of shear. Very nice low level jet, still cranking away. But really, we don't really have a lot of instability anymore. So a lot of these updrafts are struggling. Which makes sense. Does make a lot of sense. Temperatures around these regions right now are... Oh yeah. Okay. Environment's getting capped over. Let me see if I can pull a simulated sounding from Pivotal Weather. Probably just gonna pull it right on top of the storm, see what type of environments it is currently in. No, I did not want that. Okay, there we go. Give me 1 second. Boom. This environment's being fed. Yeah, no. There's like... Okay. There's some convective inhibition. There's decent shear, sufficient shear certainly. And there's sufficient instability for at least a weak tornado threat, but right now it's definitely not anything impressive. So these storms will likely continue to wind down and become outflow based, outflow dominant over time. This one's still churning, still cranking along. At least it's trying to. Still rotating there. Inflow channel, RFD here. Nice hook echo. And then over here. Ooh yeah, look at that. storms kind of merge together. You can see very nice supercell here, very nice hook, clear inflow channel, obvious hook. Having a hard time rotating though. At least that's what it appears to be having a hard time doing. But may or may not be the case because of the movement of the storm relative to the radar site. Let's go storm relative velocity. Even storm relative velocity is showing that it's having a kind of a difficult time rotating. It is in an area of colder air though. Let me see if I can get these station plot. Yeah. It's already behind the warm front, so likely elevated. If anything, all these storms are likely going to become elevated really quickly and lose a lot of their steam at the surface to produce a tornado risk. This one it's trying, but you can kind of tell here that it's not really that strong towards the surface. Over here as well, and it's definitely rotating, trying to. Though I don't really see this lasting a whole lot longer than what it currently is, or what it's currently at. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, man. Look at the strong damaging wind gust threat. Look at that. Wind gust upwards of, let's see, at least radar indicated. Oh, man, approaching 100 miles per hour. Ooh, man. Definitely something to look at. Keep an eye on that. Oklahoma and Kansas here. Very obviously a damaging wind gust risk today across Kansas and Oklahoma. Sorry, I'm not trying to move it around so much. Let's see why that is. I mean, I'm assuming a lack of substantial shear. I can give that a quick check. Yeah, no, there's barely even a low level jet. Quite a lot of moisture. Ooh, quite warm as well. About bulk shear. Yeah, a lot of shear. Ton of cape too. Ton of instability. Just not a whole lot of shear. It's also a capped environment as well. There's a lot of convective inhibition. An insane amount of convective inhibition. There is certainly some shear, though I really doubt it's gonna provide too much of a tornado threat. Maybe an isolated tornado threat if storms can, if they're lucky enough. If they honestly if they get lucky. Otherwise, it's mostly just gonna be some probably insane structure over there. Insane structure in Kansas and Oklahoma. Probably not too much of a tornado threat. Ah, this is still gusting out. This is still trying to rotate. Same with this one, at least in the upper levels. So they are probably soon just going to become elevated. Very elevated. Ooh, look at this. This one's certainly trying to rotate now. Look at that. It's getting tight. Pretty tight towards the surface. But yeah, that's getting real tight. So I'm still trying to rotate here. Tornado warning continues for Tell City and Cannleton. Oh man. Okay, I probably need to go to sleep. I have a lot of stuff I need to do. Sorry to cut it short to the 0 people that are watching currently, but I do need to go to bed. So it was fun. VOD will be out tomorrow. Actually, I don't even know about tomorrow because I do have something else I need to post tomorrow, and I am trying to not make the YouTube algorithm think I post daily, because I'll run out of ideas very fast, very, very fast, if they hold me to those standards. But it was nice today, and I did like it. But it's time for me to go, so good night, guys.